Here's a typical best practice for using ListView. You feed it with some sort of an adapter, like a cursor adapter, which you feed with a cursor loader, and you register an on-item click listener with the ListView to get notified when a list item is clicked, and you might have used a view holder pattern to help you populate views with that cursor adapter. Well, using RecyclerView, we see some familiar faces, like cursor loader. Where view holder was an optional but recommended part of the ListView pattern, it's required and integral part of the RecyclerView pattern. Now, we don't have a cursor adapter at the moment, and that's not such a terrible thing, because now that we have cursor loader doing the work of reloading our cursors when content changes, cursor adapter didn't do all that much. We also don't have an on-item click listener. Now, one could use the on-item touch listener along with a gesture detector to determine when an item is clicked, but it's more common to just have your view holder implement an on-click listener for the individual views that it's holding. The view holder has access to the adapter position that has been clicked, and since it is typically an inner class of your adapter, it would also have access to the adapter data for click handling. Let's show how this works in practice. In onCreate view holder from our adapter, we inflate the appropriate layout for the view type. Note that our sample view holder contains references to the views, just like we would have done in the old school view holder pattern. In onCreate view holder from our adapter, when we create the view holder, we have to pass the root view into the superclass. We then can store references to the child views we want to fill out if we wish. This is also a good place to set the on-click listener for the view. Note that we have to have our view holder implement the on-click listener to use this pattern in this way. And when we bind a view holder, we take advantage of our view holder being a non-static inner class for our adapter, so it has access to our data, in this case a cursor.